Good evening and welcome to the 11 o'clock news. Tonight's highlights include tensions in Europe. Can we trust domestic Germans? Wilson, segregating the White House. Alice Paul strikes again. Is she one pot short of a full kitchen? New York, plagued with immigrants. And breaking news tonight at 11 o'clock. Typhoid Mary captured again. In 1907, renowned sanitation engineer and pioneer Dr. Soper apprehended high-end New York cook Miss Mary Mallon. She was a carrier, infecting her employees with typhoid one pudding at a time. After a brief quarantine, Mary was released on the understanding that she would never cook again. But the woman once thought an innocent victim of chance has proven herself to be a cold and manipulating murderer of children. Now over to Rachel at Sloan Maternity Hospital for more.
Thanks, Angela. I'm here in Sloan Maternity Hospital where over 20 women have fallen ill with typhoid. One of them agreed to speak with us. How are you feeling? Who do you think is to blame for this tragedy?
Typhoid Mary.
At this time, we have no official statement of blame. However, we have reason to believe that the head cook of the hospital, Mary Brown, is in fact Mary Mallon, and it was she who infected all of these patients. Back to you, Angela.
You're very brave to stay in that den of infection, Rachel. Now, Mary Mallon has just been returned to North Brother, indicating that she is indeed the perpetrator behind the most recent typhoid deaths. Here with us for a comment is Dr. Soper, the sanitation engineer in charge of Miss Mallon's case.
Good evening, Angela.
Good evening.
May I say that Miss Mallon is a despicable, aggressive woman. Barely a woman at all. We've taken countless stool, blood, and urine tests over the past 8 years, and I might say her bodily fluids are absolutely crawling with typhoid fever bacilli.
My goodness. Do you really believe that Miss Mary Mallon acted with malicious intent?
Well, the first time I met Miss Mallon in a kitchen where I cornered her alone, she attacked me with a greasy knife. Obviously, she is a vicious animal.
Do you have any further comments?
Miss Mary Mallon should never be allowed out of quarantine on North Brother.
Well, thank you, Dr. Soper. Your expertise is unmatched. Next, we turn to North Brother, where Rachel Jensen will be interviewing Miss Mallon's closest known associate, caretaker John Kane.
I'm here on the quarantine island, North Brother, with John Kane. Mr. Kane, how would you describe your work on the island?
I'm the caretaker at North Brother. I make sure the paths are well groomed. I also have been bringing food to Miss Mary Mallon for 3 years.
How would you describe Miss Mallon?
She's harmless. She has quite a temper, but I've never felt threatened by her. I count Miss Mallon among my closest friends.
What do you mean? How can you be friends with a killer?
When Mary first came to North Brother, she didn't know she was a carrier. None of us did. She was just a scared woman.
We'll return to North Brother, but just now we've received word that Mary Mallon's decade-long paramour, Alfred Brehoff, died only this morning, hours before Mary's capture. I'm here in the inner city morgue with the body. The medical examiners tell us that Alfred Brehoff's body displayed signs of having been a long-time alcoholic. However, these bruises on his inner arm indicate that Mr. Brehoff picked up a drug habit following his injury in an explosion several years ago. Medical examiners have determined that the cause of death was an opioid overdose.
Where's Mary? I need Mary and drugs.
Mr. Brehoff, do you believe that Mary Mallon is a killer?
What? No. Mary? I ate her cooking for 20 years and I never got sick. She was the love of my life, even when I was engaged to another woman.
So, Mary Mallon didn't kill you?
No. I mean, she supplied my drugs, but only because she thought it was better than my alcoholism.
Mr. Brehoff, is there an afterlife?
I think so.
Back to you, Rachel.
Thanks, Angela. I'm still here on North Brother with John Kane. Did you know Mr. Brehoff, Mr. Kane?
Yes, only briefly. He came to the island once. He devastated her. He doesn't deserve her.
All right. In your opinion, should Mary be allowed to leave the island?
No, definitely not. She belongs on North Brother.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Back to you, Angela.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this moment to draw attention to the acts of heroism that, from time to time, occur in the pursuit of news. Not only has our correspondent spoken to typhoid patients, but today she delves into the very source of the illness itself. Rachel, your force of will astounds me.
Thank you, Angelo. Miss Mary Mellon, what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm so ashamed. I'm so wasted and resigned. I feel so responsible for all those dead people. I can never do anything to make up for all those dead children.
What is it that you regret most?
Tobias Kirchenbauer. He was eternally hungry, and it was my love that killed him.
We have no record of a Tobias.
How could you? I killed him decades before you ever knew about me. I feel so responsible.
A confession? You heard it here first.
Thank you, Rachel. And for a quick update, officials are saying that Miss Mellon will be held in quarantine for the rest of her life. We're still awaiting comment from Patty Brown, Miss Mellon's uncle and former guardian. The data coming in, however, is inconclusive. Whether Miss Mellon is a carrier or just a killer remains a mystery of science. Good night and good luck. This is 7 News at 11, keeping you updated.